Hi, Sagittarius. We're gonna do your sun. Oh, okay. We're gonna do sun, moon, rising. Oh my god. Just a couple. Sun, moon, rising of Venus and Sagittarius. Do you see this? With temperance right at the top. I've got cards sitting out everywhere. Just take your time, spirit. Sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Sagittarius for the month of February 2020. This is a kind of timeless reading. If you come across it and you decide that you feel like it resonates with you and you really want to see what it has to say, I'm happy to have you here. Time is weird and it does weird things. So we're gonna get 3 cards for your energy here for whenever you're watching this. And then we're gonna do kind of a structured reading, past, present, future, and love specifically. Spirit has a lot to tell you today, Sagittarius. Oh my god. Can we just get 2 cards? No offense, but I can't read that many at a time. Okay. Ten of Wands. One more. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, so some of you guys might have a Scorpio Venus with the 7 of Cups. I love that combination. I love Cap Venuses too. I'm a Capricorn sun, so like 90% of my partners have had a Cap Venus. I didn't realize until a couple months ago. It was so weird when I looked at everybody's chart. It's like, what the hell? Okay, so 8 of Cups, the Hanged Man, Page of Cups, and 7 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles. So this is in the past. So you walked away from something that you couldn't control anymore. That's a big theme with the readings. Or you got a new perspective on it at the very least. Maybe it's not something that you couldn't control. But every single freaking sign so far, which I've started with Aries, has had struggles with, like, power struggles in relationships, especially with the 6 of Pentacles here. This is about, like, what's being given, what's being taken. I'm calling it transactional relationships. Everybody's been having issues with those forever. And it's just finally coming to a head where you're like, people have walked away. It looks like you walked away from something. I don't think that you wanted to, but you felt like you didn't have a choice. And somebody was messing around on you and being really immature and being really shitty and just taking and taking and taking from you. And one of the messages that I received recently with the 7 of Cups was, there's more fish in the sea, which, like, no one wants to hear. In present, we have Ace of Cups and Scorpio energy, death. This is a transformation in regards to love. So, and we have the Empress. So earth energy. Here, I'll let you look at it. I love this card. It's so pretty. Okay, so Empress energy with death is, like, one of my favorites because it reminds me very much of Persephone if you work with her. I used to. I haven't in a long time, but I miss her very much. She has this really amazing energy where she's, like, ruthless, which this has a ruthless energy to it too, the Knight of Swords. It's like becoming ruthless in love is what I want to say, in total respect and reverence for yourself above all. Get Garnet if you are interested in that kind of energy with crystals, because this is a very, like, death, the Empress combo. In that, yeah, but if that's not your thing, then whatever. So we have, this is the Ace of Cups coming out first, tells us that this is happening specifically in relationships, and death with the Empress and the Knight of Swords. This is like, you're coming through everything, just like full speed ahead, chopping that bitch up. You're like, I have no tolerance for this stuff anymore. It's like you went through it for the last time. I don't know that you were necessarily happy for it, but yeah. I don't think that you were. With the 10 of Swords, I don't think you were happy at all. But I think that you knew that you had to. and you desired more, especially if you're masculine Sagittarius right now. Regardless of gender, if you feel like you identify or align with the divine masculine more, then that's what you align with. So Two of Pentacles here being like, I have to see this through. I have to find my Empress energy, basically. Because if you're divine feminine, this is you, this represents you. But if you're divine masculine, this is what you know that you want. And so you're like, you're looking for these, and this is not heteronormative. This is literally just like regarding archetypes within love, and you can totally reject that if that's not something that you feel. And it can go based on relationships. Like if you're bisexual and you find that in like female, like, or like two women relationships or whatever, like two feminine, then you find that you might be the masculine, and then in like a straight relationship you find that you're the feminine. I don't know, it's a whole journey. But that's like what this could mean here. It's basically like you want this in yourself or you want this in somebody else, and it's the catalyst for this. Like you're like, I gotta use my logical mind here, even though it fucking hurts like really bad. I have to. And the Two of Pentacles is knowing that you have to, and balancing these emotions, which Sagittarius is surprisingly good at. Balancing emotions with, you know, being like, I have to do this. I have to. Like, it's like, Sagittarius follows like innate guidance pretty well. Whether the innate guidance is good or not, I don't know. But it seems like it is in this case. Four of Cups is about rejection. It's contemplation based rejection, so it's like, it's not rejection that's like not warranted. And new beginning. So this is in this all here that I was just talking about, present time. And the future is these two cards that I'm pulling out now. So it's like you're gonna have another opportunity where you're gonna be rejecting somebody, and you're in your power. Everybody is getting their like, for example, like the earth signs are getting pentacles and the water signs are getting cups. You have Queen of Wands, that's your significator. People are standing in their power, even if it makes them nervous. It's like saying that you're scared, but you'll try anyway, like, because you have to. You feel like you don't have a choice but to change. And these are like for a couple of the signs, it's really focused on the relationships that are coming in. But for a couple of you guys, like Scorpio especially, and now you guys, this is focused very much on like your decisions. So that's something that's happening with all the Jupiter and especially Saturn and Pluto stuff in astrology. Your choices are so important. There's not a lot that's fated right now. It is based on your choices. So when I'm sitting here and we're doing a love reading and I'm telling you like you're making a choice not to accept certain behaviors in your life now, like you're like, well, okay, what color hair do they have? Like they're not gonna have hair if you don't make this choice to like be the person that you're meant to be when you meet them. Does that make sense? So I can give you information about the person that's coming in, for sure. The kind of people that you want to look out for sure. But for this, there's something required of you. A choice that you have to make to move on and not accept a certain behavior. Even if it really scares you, which I can kind of see that it does. It's like the behavior. Let's get more on... Yeah, your intuition is telling you about what you need to do. Listen to your intuition. Trust it. Let's get more information on these habits that people had. Okay, so Four of Swords as a habit that somebody else has. People could literally be like sleeping on you. King of Swords, too many swords. You don't want too many swords in love. Somebody just like focusing too much on themselves, I really see. Like this is kind of a selfish energy. It's like they're bored, they're manipulative. This could be like self-pity. if that resonates, I don't know. And then the King of Swords and the King of Cups as negative habits are actionable. Negative habits, the kings are like action. So the king is doing something to you in these circumstances, doing something towards you, and this person is being really, really aggressive and mean sometimes. This person is emotionally manipulative, gaslighting. These two together, gaslighting. Holy shit, gaslighting. And then the Three of Swords is putting yourself, so these two I think are more you. This is like staying in a situation that you know isn't right, but you don't want to leave, and you're just kind of sitting on it. And the Three of Swords here is when you are deliberately recreating your trauma, if that resonates with you. So those are the habits that we're looking at that you don't want to do anymore. So you want to look for somebody who values you for who you are and what you have to offer, the Three of Pentacles here. And then you want to look for somebody who makes you feel like your inner child, which Sagittarius is very good at being an inner child. They're really good at connecting with their inner child, being excited about life, being excited about their projects and travel and all these cool, exciting things that other people just don't focus on. And this person should make you feel this way. This person that's coming in should make you feel like you're excited about your life again, and like you're a little kid in a candy shop all the time. And the Page of Wands, this is also about having fun. And this person should be the perfect balance of like moving towards you and trying to make it work with you, and also giving you space. That's what this one is kind of speaking to me. So I think that that's pretty much everything. Is there anything else, Spirit, that we should cover? The Sun. So you have the universe is on your side. Your spirit and your the trials that you've been through and the strength that you've been doling out, because believe me, you have been trying really hard, and I know that, and the universe knows that, and it's going to be rewarded with, this is the happiest card in the tarot, so you're going to feel really good. And regardless of who this is that comes in, how serious the relationship is, you're going to feel really good. It's like you have to just like finish writing this chapter and close it and send it in and be like, okay, like I learned my lesson. I learned this, and this, and like these two cards here in overarching energies, you got 2 sevens, which are very spiritual. That's a super spiritual number, but 7 of Wands is about fighting the fight for a meaningful end, and the 10 of Wands is about giving up on something that isn't worth fighting for. So these energies being here together, it's considering what you're fighting for, considering what fights you're willing to have and who you're willing to have them with, and what you're not going to put up with, and being clear about it. You don't even have to tell somebody. You don't have to, you can leave them as confused as can be. You can say fuck it and walk away, and they don't need to know why you left. I see that energy with a lot of you where you're like, I'm not gonna even tell them, like I'm not gonna, like blocking energy, like you know that it's not gonna change, and if it did change it would be too much for you anyway. Like you're not gonna wait around for somebody to change just so they can like drag you backwards when they end up inevitably like falling behind. So we have 2 advice cards here. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided, with a dragonfly. And my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. That one speaks for itself. I mean, these are affirmations that you can use. You can write them down, you can repeat them to yourself when you feel like they will empower you. I really like these, and I think that they always come out like perfectly. Yeah, so let's think about, is that all we're gonna do? Let's do some astrology. See what the energies of the universe are that have kind of catalyzed this or will be doing that. Saturn, the truth. It's just like I said, like with you needing to make a certain choice, everybody is getting this card. I think everybody has gotten the moon. Look out for moon cycles. 5th house, creativity. There's some sacral chakra stuff going on. So Saturn will ask you, it won't even ask you, it will just put something in front of you, and it's a test, and basically you have to respond in a certain way. With the moon, I think you innately know what that is, and with the 5th house, this has to do with creativity, children, birthing, womb space, things like that. So this is also, 5th house is Libra. Is it Libra? No, Leo. 5th house is Leo. So Leo energy, I mean, you have the sun here too, and Leo is like a sister sign to you because both fire signs. So try and take on some Leo energy if you feel like it. That confidence, that Leos are shining right now. So if you have like a Leo in your life, that person can definitely like put some of that energy onto you. I feel like Sagittarius, you guys are never really like sad, in my opinion. Like, I'm sure that you absolutely can be, but Sagittarius energy never comes across as sad to me. I have a Sagittarius Mercury. It's so flexible. It's so like, it's Sagittarius in specific, in particular. I know people who have Sagittarius in their chart who have been super depressed. I'm not sitting here saying that you can't be, but Sagittarius seems really unusually somber right now, contemplative. It's like Sagittarius, who's always like go on the move, is kind of like taking a break to like cry it out, and that's good. That's what you need sometimes, you know. And if you have that Scorpio Venus, I just want to say that I'm literally in love with you, because that's the best combination ever. Okay, so I think that's all I have to say today. So Saturn is, basically to wrap it up, Saturn is testing you right now and asking you to show him that you're worthy of the rewards of the test that he's giving you. So if you want like a personal reading, I'm not saying you have to get it from me. Just go like get a personal reading from someone you trust, draw your own cards. I do offer personal readings, but it's not about that. Pick somebody that you trust, and and like, you know, just reach out for help. I think you could really use some advice right now so that you can kind of clearly see, particularly for you, what's going on and where you're meant to go, and who you can be after this Saturn trial. I'm a Capricorn, so I feel you. Like, this stuff is not nice. Saturn can be really annoying, but the rewards are well worth it. So good luck, and let me know what you think of the reading, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.